Hey, how you guys doing? I'm back, Lex. Yeah, so the WCT is coming, Xbox One. If you guys don't know about this, come here, check it out. It's a competition, basically. You need to be tier 8. You have to have 7 clan members available, and they do need to be able to play from the hours of 1800 to 2300 UTC, which is basically about 10 in the morning for me. 10 in the morning till probably 6. And that would be the 12th to the 13th. And it's pretty much the weekends as we go ahead and look here. It's basically the 12th and the 13th, and then the 19th and the 20th. So it's going to be a big competition. And of course, these are going to be, private match kind of things. So they're going to go ahead and give everybody that participates in it 2 million silver. Now, this says for offset their expenses. What does that mean? It means it's to cover how much it will cost you for each battle to shoot and use your stuff. Now, some of this is going to come out of our own pockets, so I'm going to go ahead and say that I've been personally stashing a little bit away. And of course, you get to pick any premium tank if you come in first place, which I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to be kind of difficult. But my clan and us, we've just been practicing, so let's go ahead and jump into the in-game battle. Alright, so the Tiger 2, which is my WCT choice. So 150 millimeters on the front plate there, 185 on the turret, and then 80 all the way around, including on the back. Now the back has a little bit of a surprise for you, which is, it is slightly angled, which means you actually get a little bit more armor in the back, which is pretty good, which means when people try to shoot you with high explosives, doesn't usually wreck the motor. I will say though, you can wreck the motor from the front of this because it has a transmission in the front. But it does add on to armor, which means usually your driver is really hard to get killed in this tank. I think I've only had it happen like once or twice. Which brings me to the gun on this thing, which is just great. The 105 millimeter, 225 pin, and you can increase that to 278 or 268 with APCR. 320 damage on average though, doing about 300. Now, some of the best things about this is the fact that it has 400 meters of view stock. Pretty good. It's got 2.29 seconds reload, and it has 0.34 accuracy, which is why I like this tank the most. It doesn't have as much punch, but if you think about the reload, which I didn't actually tell you guys, the reload is something like 5 seconds, I think. It's 5.26 seconds, and with Gun Rammer Brothers in Arms, you can get it down to what I have mine at, which is pretty much really fast. Now, if you use this thing called Adrenaline Rush, which I'm going to actually try and get onto this, when you get to about 10%, you get even quicker reload. You get like another 10% reload, so you can fire a lot faster when you've been damaged to below or right at 10%. So this is kind of like a practice match. When we went into this, we were like, wow, these guys are rushing to the right hardcore. Most of our tier 9s went right, which is not normal, to be honest. And so just us tier 8s over here. Now I'm sitting here thinking, I just had a match earlier, and sitting back is not the way to go with the Tiger. It is a fast mover, 38 kilometers. And I'm going to go ahead and say that the traverse speed on this is not the best. 28 degrees on the chassis is not really that good. Usually above 30 is good, but 27 on the turret, which means even if you spin this and also spin the turret, you're gonna have a hard time keeping light tanks off you. Now you guys are gonna see I'm gonna in for a surprise here, but it's cool. I also have a surprise for you guys, and that is Eagle Eye, the Eagle Eye perk. So you guys are gonna see that working here. One of the benefits to Eagle Eye is that when you know what you damaged on somebody by looking at them, you know whether you can charge them, you know what's up. Now, we got 3 heavy tanks here, which is pretty good. We got some IS-3s, 2 of them. So we got brute force and muscle and speed, and I kind of have survivability. I'm going to go ahead and say that this tank's usually the clutcher, but you can see here as you look at him, his radio man's gone and his track's been damaged. which means if we shoot him in the track again, he's going to be, you know, it's going to be easy to track him again if we want to. And of course he hits me again. He gets a glancing bow and hits my fuel tank, and so I actually don't want to get caught on fire, so I'm going to go ahead and repair that so I can survive the match. Now if you guys watch this, they are just destroying us, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you're just going to see as we start flooding over here, they start turning their back. They should have went straight for the cap, and they don't, which leaves our reserves back there. Completely cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that you guys are gonna see something funny here, and there's gonna be a guy, he's gonna jump in the cap. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I jump in the cap all the time when I'm in a medium or light tank, and I'll sit there, and then right at the last second I'll jump off if there's one or two. If we have 5 tanks left and there's only 1 left, I'll jump out of the cap and restart it and then start all over again. And so they're both on the cap, and you can see that we have a guy over there who's defending them. He's not exactly going up against anybody, but you're going to see here there's 3 Tiger 2s, and there's an IS-8 over here and an IS-3, which I'm sitting here going, this is going to be dreadful. So I miss a couple shots here. You're going to see it. I'm going to actually, you know, just get a little bit too aggressive. Now you can see here, once I shot him, I have damaged his ammo rack, which means I'm going to go ahead and just tell you, like, one more shot, if it would have been a little bit to the left, I would have probably blew the top on that thing. Now I will show you here, look, ammo rack city right here. There's a certain point where you shoot him. You can see I got 2 ammo racks, and the reason why is because, you know, Eagle Eye helps me to, you know, learn where the ammo rack is, you know, so I probe tanks, you know, from different angles. It's a lot to remember, but you can see here that I actually got hit in the motor, which sucked. I just got an invite from a buddy, which I'm going to join here right after we're done recording this. So here you go, now his motor's done and his ammo rack's done, and of course my motor's done. I fixed my ammo rack. This guy's pretty new, you can tell. He doesn't have the tracks hung on the side of his turret like I have mine, so I know he's new. He doesn't have enough muscle to pin me, and so I go for the track. To be honest, I wanted to have my friends get some kills, and I look up and I see, you know, crap, you know, this guy's gonna cap, and we're like, you know, I mean, I know we won, but I'm like, 1 tank left? I mean, come on, man. You know, 1 tank. You couldn't have jumped off the cap and let us get that last kill. That way everybody gets it, not just the person that caps it. You're going to see some weird flashing, and it's because I'm editing out my friends list. I had a bad experience with, you know, showing my friends list. So, really good game. You know, 5 kills, 2,600 damage. And you can see I got, you know, plenty of medals and awards. And of course, you know, back to the garage, and one of my favorite tanks, like I said, I do the best in this tank. Which brings us to the end of this video. Yeah, I was gonna tell you, I got my new Elite controller. Now it was a big deal. I guess it was sitting in a warehouse for a really long time, so they lowered the price, so I got a good deal on it. Still $100 but it's pretty cool because the speaker controls are built in on screen, which means when you adjust it, it actually is adjusted on screen, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play some more tanks. I thought I'd make this video for Saturday morning, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment, like, and subscribe, and of course, have a good one. Later.